our guests. Can we show the video for Chef 187 and Blake? 1 minute, che. Kajaka nobody. So that you understand. You understand why I have so much respect for our next guest on the show.
King Breezy running things.
Tonny Breezy, this show has always been about celebrating people who are behind the scene. And I'm sure for now you're watching and you're wondering, saying, "You Chef 187 or Black?" No, the guy behind the audio, the guy behind the production, the guy behind the kicks and the drums. You know, one of my favorite parts about production is how the beat goes high and low, and then drop a paja. That's like my favorite part, where I'm listening to a song, then I'm waiting for it to drop somewhere. Tonny Breezy!
My guy, my brother.
Boss.
What's good, brother? You okay?
How are you doing?
I'm fine.
Yo,
Fantastic.
how's everything going?
Great.
I'm excited to have you on this show, man.
Thank you.
There's so much to talk about.
Yeah, I'm excited to be here.
Were you expecting an invitation, man? I know it's a rare one.
I'd say, yeah, man. Yeah, this is a dope show, so yeah. And it was exciting.
Yeah?
Yeah.
How's it been for you, like, so far this year, from you, 2023? How's it going, production-wise?
What'd you think? What'd you think?
To be honest with you, I have issues with you. Let me raise those issues right now on TV. I have issues with you.
Okay.
Last year, you didn't do too much work. 2022.
Yeah.
This year, a good start, but again, people would agree with me. Maybe it's because Chef 187 is back with an album. Then most of the production are back.
Wow.
And it's like people always expect you to be back because Chef 187, every time Chef drops a song, you are always a producer for that song. I'm sure. Let's start from there. Is it always about production-wise coming back? Chef 187, I know there's so many other songs that you've produced, but there's always that thing where people perceive you saying, Chef ain't got drop an album. You expect Tonny Breezy's production.
I feel you. Hey, well, let me talk about Chef's album first. I'd like to point out that that's not his first album.
It's not.
I've always been on his albums, and the always been up. You know, I'll give you an example. If you like when you get your first car, you know the feeling when you get your first car. Mm-hmm. You always want to keep it. You always want to clean it. You always want to, you want to keep it safe. I think that's what's about with me and Chef 187. I'm always going to be on his album or albums. So yeah. Aside that, it's about music. Doesn't mean if you're not on the charts or in people's phones or on their TVs, then you're not happening. I was just doing other things, to be honest. I was just busy with other stuff.
Okay.
Yeah.
Are we expecting a different side of Tonny this year?
For real.
I feel like it's a great start because of Nobody, the other brand new song by Blake, Pampamina, with Triple M. You produced the song.
Yeah.
Any other things that we should know? Maybe for people that are watching right now, they just know Tonny Breezy, partnership.
I put out 2 singles for Steve O as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
With Ephraim.
With Ephraim and the other one with Mumbayachi.
Yeah.
There's you should check it out. They're really good songs. Yeah.
Let's talk about the production. These are things that we've been talking about this show. There's been a journey that we've been asking a lot of questions.
Yeah.
And there's been an issue on social media that's been trending saying local producers love to sample beats, love to sample instruments from other foreign producers.
Right.
That could be the reason why we're not getting the feedback that we're supposed to get international. So I want to get it from a producer's perspective. You as a producer, you've been doing this for a while now.
Yes.
What do you think?
Well, to iron that out, man, like I feel people have always sampled music. I mean, even if you if you have to do your best, you have to sample somehow. You know, the thing is, where it becomes wrong is when you like copy and paste. When you do the whole thing and just paste it on a new artist, or that becomes bad. But I feel like everyone samples.
Everyone does, but
everyone.
To some extent, you find that some almost get almost the same thing, and it's easy to get the idea saying, hey, Nimboy, is this song?
Yeah, like I said, sampling is not a problem. But problem becomes when is spotted when you do the exact thing. Sampling, you have to put your new ideas to your sample so that it sounds different. I feel like everyone samples, to be honest. I'll give you an example of let me think of some song that's really been sampled.
For example, Awido Longomba. The Stability song.
Yeah. You know what I mean. And
but there's always a credit that's been given. In Zambia, it's rare that we get to hear about the credit from the artist.
Yeah.
Sometimes.
True. Yeah. True. Yeah. But anyway, bottom line is everyone samples, and it's about being creative on the things that you sample. So yeah, I think.
Let's talk about your thoughts about the current state of Zambia music. This is something that has always been my question. Your thought, maybe if you were to put a bar chart last year, 2022, production aspect, your thought, what do you think as far as the music that has been coming out for 2022?
2022 was a great year. Musically, I think a couple of artists did great. Yomops did his thing, Bobby, as usual, Slap did his best. Mikey 2 did his best with his album. And who else? What do you think? Who else do you think did great?
A lot of artists did do well.
They did well.
And I'm always looking forward to a new artist. Okay? It's like where you're just looking at who's going to blow up next. Who's going to give more competition?
Yeah, Triple M as well, Zavin did her thing. Like as usual, White Celeb did his thing. So I think we're headed somewhere. We're headed somewhere, and with Boom Play around, I think we're really doing great. Artists are motivated and looking forward to better things.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Our producers in Zambia celebrated, like you yourself. Sometimes, do you think you guys are giving enough credit? No,
I don't think so. I don't think so, though I feel like we're headed there. Like I said, like I mentioned about Boom Play, there's this thing of royalties going on and that stuff. I think we're headed there somehow. Only if artists, especially established artists, stop being selfish. I'm gonna use that word on TV, sorry. But yeah, I feel like once a studio session is done, you are let down as well, and that's not cool. To be honest, that's not cool. I hope that we get to a point where like big artists appreciate, because I'll give you an example. Once, like in the Western world, yeah, when an artist goes to a studio and presents an idea, as long as you have to harmonize that song, as long as you're capable of harmonizing a song, you should have 50-50 percentages of royalties with the artist. Because you just came with an idea, and that person has put life in that idea. So I feel like it's supposed to be like that.
Who's to be blamed? Is it the producer or the artist, or maybe this should be discussed?
No, it's
when you guys are recording the song. Did you feel like these are things that you need to sit down and talk about and say, okay, this is what I want us to work with? Because issues to do with production and also music-wise. This is one thing I've noticed. Producers will still complain. But are we being professional and putting it on the paper, saying, okay, this is how it's supposed to go? People are scared to put that MOU.
I feel you. But I'd like to point out something on that. I think it's the industry culture itself. I feel we're not there yet. I feel like we're not there yet even though we're headed there, I hope that upcoming producers should do that now, put things on paper and everything so that you get what you deserve. That you trust someone, you know. I'm sure most producers are gonna relate with this. That you trust someone with all that you have, with all of your ideas, even more, and then they betray you.
There's a saying.
Once paper comes, they betray you.
There's a saying that someone I know has been using at Umuntwala change.
Yes, and you know, if you want to get to know someone, give them money and power, and then you're gonna see their true selves. You know, when somebody is hungry, they'll show you all the love. They'll show you all the fakery they can show you because they want something. You know. But a friend in need is a friend indeed. So yeah, when you're in the studio, most artists when they're with you in the studio, hungry for fame and everything, they will do whatever they gotta do to show you they're with you, they have your back and everything. But once they're out there on stage, everyone is, you know, like the crowd is shouting their names, they're getting the money, and you're just in the studio. You're nobody. In that point, in that moment, you're nobody. So many big artists have left producers that they started with nothing, and that's sad, you know. That's
really
really sad.
Work on that? You've been in the industry for a while now. How many years are we talking about? So many years now.
Like I said, the industry is growing now.
But we need to find a solution to such things. There are young producers who look up to you.
For real.
Yeah.
For real.
They love what you do.
Yeah.
Like what are they supposed to work on? What are they supposed to look at when they're getting into production wise?
You just have to get your paper, man. Like your ideas, your creativity is your money. So if you know that what you're putting in is worth it, prepare a contract or something. Get money for what you're making, because you need that in future, obviously. Your ideas are great, so as long as the artist that you're working on is making money, that's your money too. So yeah, monetize your ideas. That's what I would like to say.
Okay, so how easy is it for someone who's watching right now, artists who love your work? Is it easy to work with you? What are some of the T's and C's?
It's not easy.
It's not. Yeah, no. I know.
It's not easy. And just to get back at the first, I think there's a question they asked me in the beginning.
Yeah.
What I was doing last year, you know, for me, I'm an on and off season type of producer. I'm not the type that always wants to be on top or like bumping all the time. You know why? Because for me, music is spiritual for me, and it's energy. If something doesn't feel right, or sound right, it's not gonna be out there. You know, like so many people come to the studio and do all sorts of things, but if it's not it, to me, it's not it.
From other artists, how the situation is. From you as a producer as well, have you also thought of collaborating with other producers from other countries? For example, let's start with our neighbors.
Yes.
Here, are you open for such things?
Yes, most definitely. I mean, the universe allows. Yeah, I've been trying to contact a few people that I feel like we're aligned ideas with. But it's a bit crazy, you know. It's just a bit. Well, you know, when you're not really. How do I put this? Let's talk about you know, like our music in general. We're not out there. We're not out there yet, like really out there. So we should be the ones looking to working with these other people, right? So it's a bit difficult for someone to get convinced that you're worth working with when they're the ones that has an upper hand, you know what I mean? So yeah, but it's on the pipeline. We're trying to work with a few people, see how that goes. But
okay. Remix to your people and also to an upcoming producer who's watching this show, Tonny Breezy. Talk to them on the camera.
To my people, I just want to thank you guys for always being there, Like I said, I'm on and off, but that's because we're trying to do the best. You know? Yeah. So I want to thank you. I want to give a big thanks to everyone that's been there through, on and off. You know, and shout out to my team. Shout out to Telemundo. Shout out to C-Mac. Shout out to Papa Laxon. Yeah. So to the upcoming producers, you guys just have to be creative. That's the secret. Just be creative, be hungry to work more, you know. Yeah, strive to work hard. Some of us don't even sleep.
Yeah.
Yeah, so, yeah. And,
I saw someone was dozing.
Yeah.
I saw him dozing.
Yeah, if you...
We have to go get sign out with Tonny Breezy in the studio. A throwback.
Let me see that.